Hey, Bianca, you think you could ask her to come out of her room?
That's fine.
Sure, whatever.
Hey, you're going to talk to her, Bianca? Well,
Byakuya.
whatever her name is. Well, I guess you can be nice when you want to.
Byakuya stood in front of the door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. Bing dong. After a few moments... Oh, more voiced?
What do you want?
Oh, no, it's not voiced. You're also...
Leave me alone. You're also annoying.
Blackula!
Blackula?
Count Blackula.
Byakuya.
I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
That seems pretty explicit,
so
what
she did
she's
it,
saying.
then. I guess she did it.
And with that, the door slammed shut. Or maybe that's too obvious.
Even
Byakuya
couldn't pull it off.
There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise? Oh, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure. But if I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her.
Okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Well then, let's go. He's acting very suspicious. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away on his motorcycle. Byakuya and I hurried to catch up. Alright, where we go now? I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The bathroom. He's got to take a big dump. The library. Come on, let's go in. Alright. What do we have to do in here? Let's analyze this. There are no clues there. We need to check elsewhere. But I found a coin! So fuck you that I needed to check elsewhere. What do you want to say? Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide... don't make me say it again.
Maybe it was her. She said, I don't want Genocide Jack to take over again.
Maybe. If I remember, on the other side of the store...
She probably did it.
It's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here? It all makes sense once you're inside. Ooh, the archives. We get to see it for the first time. Whoa, there's so many books. And so much dust, too. I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Alright, so what do you want to say? If you pay attention to surroundings, you're sure to discover Alright, so let's look at some surroundings. There's so many files stuffed into the shelf. What's all in all these things? Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. Whoa.
What?
You mean like members of the Diet or something? The Diet is like the, it's like a section of the government in Japanese politics that are like really important.
Okay.
And they drink diet soda. No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret councils controlling everything from the shadows. If you're ready to be disappeared for it... Okay, that's a weird thing to say. Take a look.
Okay.
There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? I'll just let it go for now. Alright, so not that bookshelf, I guess. This shelf is stuffed with tight files without really thinking about it. Picked one at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file, huh? That's right. That's the report on a presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it. Alright, so he returned it.
Pubic crosshairs?
Pubic crosshairs?
Yeah.
Is this the shelf you want me to look at? There's a ton of thick files. If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little one. Graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of
crime scenes. Yeah, I'd
it's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful, huh? What do you mean?
I would like to look
all those fires. There are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh?
Wait a sec.
Okay, hey guys, we're back. Just had to take a phone call. My mom did...
Alright, I did.
Okay,
let's go.
So let's continue with this. There's a wooden box. It's empty. Although judging by the smudges and the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it is. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Extension cord, huh?
So where is it? Was it at the scene of the crime?
It's in the library that he took. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, he was using that. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using.
What?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? Do you care that I shoved it up my ass?
Ew.
It was here before, then I moved it over there.
Have a big
it's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right? That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it a lie. Jesus fuck, I was just asking a question. Well, it's not that. It's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but, I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone here put all this together? I suppose it goes to show just how much Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps, the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
Ew!
It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean,
This is just
usually?
a lot of shit.
Yeah, I
when
know.
are they going to find out what's
Normal,
going
or
on?
simple. Those things don't
Yay.
exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, bitch. Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense. But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me? The documents gathered here are genuine. I've reviewed them. Alright, so what have you reviewed? You're saying you've read all these documents and more than once, but all this has to be like top secret, confidential stuff, right? So why? My family has a reading room just like that at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty.
Oh my god.
Huh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic. How is that possible?
God, he is arrogant, isn't he?
Yeah, I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council, and I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to...
So why was he fucked up and got shoved in there?
That's a good question, but to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and
I don't know,
material.
maybe that's weird. Maybe he's... Ugh.
Which is why I can proclaim without a real doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. That's a fucked up hobby for a kid.
Little?
It's excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favorites, the Genocide Jack case.
Oh, okay.
As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf. I'm getting unable to speak right now.
I know, because it's tough.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases has been compiled in here. Because there's so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that at every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second... is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way, all Jesus style. Bloodlust is written in blood and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro. I really think I'm gonna lose my voice after this.
There you go.
Ugh.
You want me to read?
No, I don't. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups.
And you.
And you. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Huh? In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about this act of mounting the victim. Mounting the victim?
Yeah.
And now, if you recall Chihiro's corpse... yeah, her body was most certainly mounted.
Well, the girl in the back in the poster looked like she was ready to be mounted.
So how could the killer have known about suspending the victim? That's the key question, but in fact, the answer is quite simple.
They got in
Culprit
here.
isn't a copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack.
Maybe.
Yeah? That's right, there's evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then Genocide Jack really is such a brutal, fiendish killer, really is walking around among us. And things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such a reputation would ever become part of our little game. It's not interesting, that's fucking scary.
Really?
Now, don't you think it would
a
be
game.
good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? I've seen some shit. You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. Is that a verb now? Ferret?
I don't know.
If you get down on your knees and suck and beg, I might even show you myself.
I might even stick a ferret up your ass.
Alright, great. What do you want me to see? They reveal the one with the details. Okay, are you going... For now, So which document do you want me to look at? Oh, do you want me to ask you? Is that what? Byakuya, about that genocide, could you let me see it? Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it in here, but you can't take it with you. Okay, I think this is voiced, but I'm not sure.
Okay.